Hello, Internet. I had a few thoughts today. Oh my God. I mean, the first thought is, for the life of me, I cannot understand how people can take 5 minutes to say something. It's so simple. It's one thing to teach. And I understand some teaching subjects, some things, okay, maybe it takes a second to explain. But if you're answering a question, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? We monologuing? Is this a monologue in a movie? What are we doing here? Literally, here's what I listened to for 20 minutes. Here's what I listened to for 20 minutes today. We had a faculty meeting at the school. Once one teacher asks, the students don't have books yet. Here's the answer. Here's the answer in 3 seconds. We ordered the books. The order was canceled. The students are going to have to use the copies of the book for now. Tell your students, and that'll be the case until we get the books. Done. How long did that take? 10 seconds? 15 seconds? Holy shit. Literally, no cat, like 20 minutes, bro. 20 minutes. My brain, I can't. I did, so I can, but I can't. Ooh. You know, I feel like this is where we need, we have high performers. Like, you have Elon Musk. We have the legacy of the great Jack Welch, CEO of GE from like the 80s to 2000. One of the GOATs. And truly, I want to talk about Jack Welch for a second. This is random. Jack Welch was a GOAT because he was a goddamn animal. Okay? He was a leader. And I liked that he had a couple things that he did. I really liked the one of the things was the bottom 10%, 20% of the workforce every year fired. Okay? But it encouraged by probably it could be a little toxic. Could be. I don't even know specifically how, but I can imagine a universe where you're like always scared for your job and you work. But listen, man, it instills a culture of, listen, I don't have time to fucking waste on your bullshit meetings. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to, I need to put in time into my craft. I need to put time into making things better. I don't have time to sit here on a dumb meeting. And that's why, in my corporate job, at that one corporate job, I had the least amount of bullshit meetings. Every other corporate job that did not have that history of strength in the culture, that history of rigidity and high performance in the culture, every other company that didn't have that, bullshit everywhere. Nothing gets done. And there's historical levels of lack of improvement. It's fascinating. Fascinating to see this type of thing. It's fascinating. And I say that while at times, being an underperformer in my personal life. But I think even with my underperformance when it comes to content, I'm still succinct. At least in my speech. I don't know. I guess in what I'm trained in, I'm fucking good at. And I can get it done fast and efficient. And I don't waste anybody's fucking time. When it comes to content, I'm still learning. So I'm not fast and efficient, blah, blah, blah. But my God. Why have you forsaken me? I could run this motherfucker. I could run this place. I could. I know nothing. I know nothing. And if you put me in charge of this school, I'm talking shit. I know nothing, but if you put me in charge of the school, I'll be able to run it. But I know nothing. I don't know anything. I'm sure it's more complicated. Fuck. Oh, I'm sure it's more complicated. It's fun though. It's fun. It's a newer experience, and I'll tell you, I'm trying to I won't say I'm trying to be more positive, but but I'm trying to look at life. When my life was better last year, I was experiencing my day a little. I was experiencing my day, and I want to get back more into that idea. And that's what I was kind of thinking about during that bullshit meeting. Was like, man, when I'm like 90 and I'm like thinking back on this time, like, you know, I would give a lot to just go back and experience the moment, different moments. I would love to go back when I was 16 and experience running in a track meet. Do you know what I mean? Fuck, man, that was such a time in life, and it's gone. You know, but I remember those moments, and they were fucking beautiful. And I know that in the future, I'm gonna look back on these times, and I'm gonna think about, oh man, I remember those bullshit meetings. Oh, they were so dumb. And I'm gonna remember them with love and fondness, not necessarily the frustration, not necessarily the boredom and frustration that I remember them in right now. I even look back on high school days with love, even though some of those moments, some of the moments with some of the teachers, the strife between me and them, the animosity, the anger, the love, there's good things and bad things. I look back on them with little hard eyes, little hard eyes. So I think now, it's an interesting perspective to kind of take that step back out of the worry and out of the, I was talking about it last video about the turbulence, like how, the kind of turbulent personality where you're kind of thinking about the past, really thinking about the future. And I think one of the things, like, once you have a plan, once you have like something that you're working towards, step back and enjoy. There's no more planning. You just need to execute. You just need to be. You need to just live. I think the only thing that I want or need now is I do want to improve my content, and it's very much stagnated. And I know there are skills that I very much lack, specifically in the area of visual arts. Is that how I want to say it? Kind of graphic design, visual arts, when it comes to adding things to videos, in a video essay style. I love that style, and I'm interested in that. There's also a level of cinematography that I'm interested in, but I don't know if I feel like I have access to that right now. I have a camera, and Lord knows I could go down to, I have a camera and I have a gimbal. Lord knows I could go down to the Boulevard, Las Vegas Boulevard, and get some 120p shots, get some 60p shots, color grade them out. We could get that done. Maybe I'll make that as a project for Sunday. That would be an interesting little project. I don't have a drone anymore. That would be an interesting addition. I'm inspired right now. I watched a couple drone videos and they were just fucking insane. They were just so good. So maybe this weekend, maybe I'll mess around with the camera a little bit, just by myself, even just trying to get some cinematic quality stuff and get some editing. But yeah, I think that's for me personally. I want to get better at certain things. So I need to set goals, or I need to have a certain plan or some sort of trajectory specific, maybe a project that I can work on, where I can really try to improve some things. But anyway, I say all that to say, trying to take a step back, just enjoy. Taking a step back, and not even I can't even say that, because some of it's not just enjoyment, but looking at it the way that I look at my life that has already been traversed. So I look at high school now in this different way. I look at even I don't remember a lot of elementary school. It's just too long ago, and memories fade. And God knows all my memories from elementary school are, pieced together and bullshit. But even how I remember 23, how I remember 25, looking at it with rose eyes, and even just remembering certain memories and moments and living them, and even what I would do to kind of get back into certain mindsets and have certain feelings again, experience certain dates, certain girls, certain times. If I can live my life through the idea of the future me looking through, because to some extent it is. To be fair, I did get this kind of concept from this guy named Alex Hormozy. If you haven't seen him on the internet, go look him up. He's a genius. But one of his things that he says he does, he lives his life. One of the perspectives he tries to live his life through is through the 85-year-old version of himself, the billionaire 85-year-old version of himself, which, he is like 100 million. He's a rich guy, but he's looking at himself from the future, and he's like, man, this guy, this is so cool. My wife is hot as hell. My businesses are rolling. I'm creating fire content. Life is great. But thinking about it as an 80-year-old, because when you're 80, man, your knees or whatever, you're not gonna be able to, you're not gonna be able to run like you used to, and you're gonna be looking back on your life with, when you're looking back on your life, you'll wish that you can experience a lot of the things, even the bullshit things again. So why not really experience them now? I feel like, something like that. I don't think I explained it well, but so I'm an 85-year-old looking through 28-year-old's eyes. Time is relative, right, by the way. But I'm looking through and just sitting on a fucking random ass curb with red socks on and blonde hair and a red Fitbit that half works, complaining about corporate work. Man. I don't think I have anything else to say. Hope the internet is good today.